What's up? This is Ray. Welcome back. Hey, check this out. Today we're going to be reviewing an affordable wireless microphone system. This is called the Pixel, and it's the model MK7. What's unique about this one is it's about $99, so that's very affordable. But whenever you see a microphone for that price, it usually gets a bad rap because people don't trust it. So, but I don't judge microphones based on their price. I judge them by how they perform. So if you're curious about this, I'm going to put it through my patented microphone rough test, see what it's good for, how it can perform under stress, and how to use it to the best of its ability. So if you're just starting out and you need something affordable and quality, stick around. We're going to be checking out the Pixel MK7 wireless microphone. And before I forget, you've been listening to it this whole time. So let's get started. Okay, so what comes in the box of the Pixel MK7? It pretty much comes with everything you need. It comes with the transmitter, the receiver. It comes with something I didn't expect. It comes with this XLR adapter. What that means is if you're using a professional microphone, they all use XLR adapters. You can plug that into here, plug this into the transmitter, and use that professional mic. And I think that's really important. There's a lot of these kits that don't have that. Of course, it comes with the adapter to run from the receiver into your input of your camera. And more importantly, the receiver has an output audio monitor jack. What that means is you can actually monitor the audio that's coming into the camera to make sure it's correct. And the reason that's important is my Lumix G7 camera that I'm using right now, it doesn't have an audio jack. So the person behind the camera can't hear it. And the reason that can be a problem is sometimes I've had wireless mics that the battery have died or they had glitches and it was not recording any sound the whole time and I didn't know it. So yeah, that's another important thing. And finally, of course, it comes with the omnidirectional microphone that you're listening to right now. All right, so right now we're going to do a range test of the Pixel MK7, and keep in mind this is a $99 mic. I'm curious how far it will transmit and how clear it will sound. And something else I want to point out, whenever you watch wireless microphone reviews on YouTube, I think I mentioned it before, a lot of people will sit indoors in front of their computer, and that's not a good test because the receiver's right there. It's gonna sound good. So every time you do a microphone test, you have to do a range test to see how far it will transmit and what it's capable of, so that you know your limitations in the real world situation. So let's see how far it will transmit. And like most wireless mic systems, the transmitter and the receiver both use 2 AA batteries, so that should be strong enough to transmit a good distance. And the little antennas on these are kind of short and stubby. I'm really curious how well they're going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is stop at this tree. This is a good test. Sometimes standing next to objects will cause interference, especially metal objects. What I want to do is stand behind the tree. Will the microphone transmit through this tree right now? Very curious. Yeah, so next thing we're gonna, realistically, I probably would never be this far from the camera anyway, but we're gonna keep walking to see at what point it starts to break up. Let's go. So this is a test of, is this something good for a young startup YouTuber to use? I'm not very picky about sound anyway. As long as it's clear and it doesn't have static, I'm kind of happy with it. So yeah, that is the test of the MK7 Pixel. And the park I'm at right now, there's a highway here. I'm curious if you can hear the cars right over there. Behind the camera is a radio controlled airplane field, and there's people flying electric jets over there. I'm curious if you can hear that high-pitched sound also. But yeah, that is the range test of the Pixel MK7. What do you think? All right, so that is my test of the Pixel MK7, and I have to say I'm impressed. This is the reason why. I'm testing another microphone right now that costs 180 bucks. It has a lot more professional features, but that more expensive mic doesn't necessarily sound better than this Pixel. And maybe the Pixel's microphone just is a little clearer, but it's for 99 bucks. I really would recommend this for someone starting out, or even at close range. I would even trust putting this on a bride and groom to say their vows. Because at this range we're talking from, it's perfectly clear, there's never any static. It may not transmit all the way to that second tree back there, but for here it sounds really good. So yeah, I gotta give it a thumbs up, and that's not something I do that often on this channel. If you're curious about getting one of these, I'm gonna put a link to the Pixel Amazon store. Keep in mind you're listening to the Pixel right now. Let me know what you think of its sound, especially for its price. There's a lot of people out there who only use Sennheiser and only use Rode, and I would never use something cheap like that. So, so if you're that person, let me know what you think of the way this sounds, and also maybe show me some examples of your professional gear. I'd like to hear if I can pick up on the nuances also. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching this episode of the MK7. Hopefully you got some good ideas for affordable gear. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and keep in mind though, no matter what microphones you use for your videos or productions, until next time, as always, keep it real.